Leadership in creating inclusive workplaces is crucial. So I think the people at the top drive inclusion. It's about modelling inclusion, but you're also driving it. We set policies and procedures, we set the tone, we set the culture, and it's something that we consider in every decision that we make, right through from recruitment to professional development, all those things, how we work with participants, how we make adaptations in the workplace so that everyone can give their best and thrive.
One of the biggest things around leadership is creating an environment where people feel comfortable to be open about their, you know, if they do have a disability, if they do have perhaps some additional needs to be successful in their role, that they feel that they can come to you, they can come to their manager, they can talk about that.
It's about trust, I think. So people open up to you and tell you what they need and what their strengths are, all those kind of things, if they have that trusting relationship, that they know you're going to use that information for their benefit, not for any other reason.
Yeah, and it doesn't need to be complicated either. I mean, leadership around being inclusive is part of it is just talking about it and showing that it's important to you and important to your organisation. We have a value of inclusion and a value of diversity that we talk about all the time. We reflect on them in our staff meetings. It's part of our agenda. We reflect on our values each time we meet. It doesn't take long. It's not a huge investment of time.
We almost normalise disability within our organisation, so we talk very openly about it. You know, life's lumpy bumpy. Everyone has a different experience, and I think one of the things we do really well is we're really curious about people, not assuming that, okay, that person has this disability, so this is what they need and this is what I'll do. Really asking that person what it is that they need to thrive and to do the best job they can do.
Yeah, I think part of that is understanding the difference between equity and equality.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it can be probably a bit of a human trait that sometimes you think, yeah, it starts when you're a kid. That kid's getting that, so I should get that too. You know, that's equality. But equity is more focused on giving people what they need to be successful and to thrive, and that might be a little bit different to the person sitting next to them. You know, we don't need to have a problem with that. That's a positive thing. That's a positive part of our workplace culture.
It is, absolutely. The majority of our staff really are committed to inclusion and to making sure that everyone feels they belong and that they're part of the team and that they contribute in different ways, but they still contribute. When
you look at things like recruitment, we do a lot of recruitment in our organisation and there's a lot of people who have a role in that. I think sometimes it can seem a bit like, I don't know how to do this if you haven't perhaps done it before, if you haven't run an inclusive recruitment process, but it's actually not especially difficult to do.
No, it's not.
And there's different levels, and as an organisation we've been on a journey and we've now got a whole accreditation around it, a disability confident recruiter accreditation, but not everybody will have the resources to be able to do that, and again, you've got to start somewhere, and that somewhere could be as simple as saying in your advertising, we encourage people with disability to apply.
So like while most things, adaptations are no cost or low cost, Terry, there's always the job access.
That's a really important takeaway for employees, is you don't have to do this on your own. There's some really great resources out there, including the Employment Assistance Fund, which can help you cover the costs if you need to provide some workplace adjustments that might have a cost involved.
Yeah, that's great.
And also just in terms of providing resources to help you. If you haven't employed a person with a disability before, you want to do it, you're just not sure where to start, that's a great place to start, somewhere like Job Access.
Absolutely.
The benefits to us as an organisation of having a diverse workforce and in an organisation that delivers disability services, having that lived experience in our team. I mean, it's so valuable in terms of us being able to provide effective support to people with disability.
And I think the stats are that like 1 in 5 people, which means customers of businesses, have a disability, but I think it's 1 in 4 either have a disability or are a carer of a disability. So that's a quarter of your customer base that you're working with that have a disability. So having a workforce that really represents and accepts and you know, assists people with disability to thrive, like that's just so important.